Welcome to this week's Jackson County Board of Commissioners meeting. This meeting is held in the Jackson County Courthouse Auditorium at 10 South Oakdale in Medford. This meeting is held every Wednesday morning at 9:30 as long as a quorum of 2 commissioners is available to conduct the business of Jackson County. Your Jackson County Commissioners broadcast this meeting over Rogue Valley Television, and it's available for live streaming and review at jacksoncountyor.gov. Under the Government tab, under Recorded Meetings, click on RVTV Live Streaming. The types of business that occur at this meeting include public hearings, official voting on actions by the Board of Commissioners, presentations by departments of the county, and recognition of service that makes our county great. Agendas of the meetings are posted on the Commissioners' Bulletin Board and released on the county website and through local media in the time required for public notice. Many of the conclusions on the business presented to the Board of Commissioners have been discussed in detail and prepared by the Administration Office and staff prior to consideration at this meeting and the official vote. These prior discussions also have been properly noticed and the work done in a transparent manner. We encourage you to come and experience the process by attending any of these meetings or watch online at jacksoncountyor.gov. And now, your Jackson County Commissioners, Dave Dotterer, Rick Dyer, and Colleen Roberts, working for you.
Okay, I will call to order the Board of Commissioners regular meeting for December 11th, 2024. We are in the Courthouse Auditorium and an audio-video conference, and we will begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Can you please rise? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We will now have our request for and discussion of non-agenda items. There's a 5-minute limit. Pursuant to the codified ordinances of Jackson County, Section 213.06, members of the public may address any item not on the agenda. However, pursuant to ORS 192640, the Board of Commissioners is prohibited from discussing a principal subject that is not on the agenda. Therefore, the Board of Commissioners will listen to your concerns and may consider the matter you raised by asking staff to follow up on any questions or by placing the matter on the agenda for discussion at a future meeting. And right now we have one person signed up in the auditorium. That is Brad Bennington. Name and address, please, for the record.
Yeah, Commissioners, good morning. Brad Bennington, P.O. Box 1896, Jacksonville, Oregon. And I'm just here this morning out of a historic sense and the passage of time and good leadership. November 8th, 2018, the largest loss of life by fire in California history occurred with the Paradise Fire down California. Almost 100 people died, thousands of structures destroyed, and as we are here this morning in 2024, that city is less than 15% rebuilt from the damage that happened on that day. And why would I bring that up? Because not quite 2 years later, on September 8, 2020, the largest destruction of residential structures by fire in the state of Oregon happened, and on the watch of a newly sworn-in county commissioner named Dave Dotterer. Dave was elected to replace Bob Strasser, and as he came in with our other commissioners, there was a daunting task. It was the largest loss of structures in Oregon history. By God's grace, we had a very, very low loss of life, unbelievably low loss of life, but a daunting task of rebuilding not just one city, but we had damage in Ashland, Phoenix, Talent and Phoenix lost almost half their structures. It was a very daunting task. And as we are here today in December of 2024, the city of Phoenix is 99+% rebuilt, and the city of Talent, I think, is close to 80% rebuilt. And we have to give credit where credit is due. Leadership matters. I happen to believe that Jackson County is the best managed county in Oregon. Our fiscal discipline is evident to everyone. Our departments all have adequate cash reserves. The management that we have really shows itself all the way through, but really no more is it more evident, I don't believe, than in the rebuilding efforts after the Alameda fire of September 8, 2020. All of our commissioners were boots on the ground. Connections were exercised with then at the time Congressman Greg Walden and then later Congressman Cliff Bentz. Working with FEMA, we had floodway issues to resolve. We had building issues. We had planning issues. The towns that were affected by this, it was really catastrophic. It was really catastrophic. But the good news for us is that we had this retired Marine colonel named Dave Daughter who is used to operating in chaotic circumstances, and with our other commissioners, which are still continuing to serve, in my opinion, miraculous results happened. And you just look at those communities today, and they're all thriving. They're all doing well. The business communities are strong. And again, all you have to do is just look down into California at the city of Paradise and realize that that poor community down there. I mean, it's basically a ghost town. I have family that lives there. I visit Paradise three times a year, and it's just the difference between what happened there and what happened here is striking. I bring this up because Colonel Daughter is coming into the last days of his service. I just want to say thank you, Colonel. Not only are you active as a county commissioner, but you also lead several other communities. You serve on the board of a charter school. You are the president of a very well-known local sporting association, and you're one of those commissioners that shows up at the meetings. You show up at the city council meetings for Ashland, for Talent, for Phoenix, all these other places. I can't tell you how many times I may have been visiting with you and say, hey, got to go, I've got another meeting to get to. So Colonel Daughter, somewhere down the road, there's probably going to be maybe a bigger award ceremony for you, and you certainly earned it. But this is just me saying, I am so grateful for the leadership that we have here in Jackson County, and I couldn't be more grateful for your contributions over the last 4 years and all the things that you have done serving so many of us during this time. Colonel Daughter, thank you so much for your service as a county commissioner to our county.
Well, now, easy. Let's not take this thing too far here. Okay, all right. But thank you. And yeah, go ahead.
Something, not to just have a discussion, but about the rebuilding of our cities. You know, a lot of that was county leadership, but a lot of it was great city leadership. And just to recognize Karen Schrader, one of the city councilors from Phoenix, was a great portion of that. So it was a great team effort, and I appreciate your recognition and of the board and of Commissioner Daughter as well. So.
Well,
thank you.
I really want to say that a lot of it was the staff. We need to realize that a lot of that was the staff. Okay, so is there anyone else in the auditorium who would wish to speak? Okay, seeing no one. Is there anybody with their Zoom hand raised?
Mr. Vice Chair, there is no one on Zoom with their hand raised.
Okay, thank you. Okay, with that, then we will move on to the consent calendar, which consists of the minutes of the meetings of the Board of Commissioners work session of November 19th, the Board of Commissioners regular meeting of November 20th, and the Board of Commissioners staff meeting of November 21st.
I'll move to approve the consent calendar as read.
Commissioner Roberts?
Nope.
We need a second.
We need a second. I saw Rick just.
I will second.
Okay.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughter?
Yes. Okay, our next item is a public hearing, and is a public hearing in order in the matter of setting fees for Jackson County parks and recreation areas in accordance with Oregon revised statutes. It is order number 241-24. We'll begin with a staff report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. Board of Commissioners, in this case, our Roads and Parks Department, as you know, does manage numerous parks and recreation areas within Jackson County. The department has surveyed various public agencies providing parks and recreation areas in the region and recommends adjusting Jackson County's fees to be consistent with those of other agencies. These fees are listed in Exhibit A of the board order, which identifies the fees to be charged. The proposed fees were discussed at the November 20th, 2024 Parks and Recreational Advisory Committee meeting, and the members present were in support of the recommendations. As you stated, ORS 203-115 allows counties to reestablish fees semi-annually, and the fees for Jackson County Parks and Recreation Area were last reviewed and established actually on December 21st of 2022. Pursuant to ORS 294-160, the Board of Commissioners must hold a public hearing to allow for the public to make comments on the new or increased fees. It's recommended that the public hearing be held. Following the public hearing, should the Board of Commissioners find proposed fees are acceptable, approval of the board order will implement that action, and the effective date of the fees will be January 1st of 2025. Just for reference for the public as well, I do want to remind the board and the public that the Parks Department is enterprise fund, which means they don't receive general fund. They must generate their own revenues to support their operations, and they are allowed to charge more than the actual cost. In other words, they're allowed to earn revenue, not just cover the cost of operations. Thank you.
Okay, are there any questions from the commissioners? You've done?
None. Thank you.
Okay. And counsel, will you please read the rules for the conduct of the public hearing?
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. The rules for the conduct of the public hearing are hereby as follows. Only the chairperson or a member of the Board of County Commissioners may question the speaker. There will be no interruption of a speaker from the audience and no debates on the floor. Applause is not permitted. The speaker may criticize the proposal, the board, or an agency of the county, but the speaker shall not argue with another speaker directly. Any speaker may present an opposite view, but not in personal terms. A person to wishing shall raise his or her Zoom hand, sign in, or otherwise be recognized by the chairperson conducting the hearing. After being recognized, the speaker shall first state his or her name and address before proceeding with his or her statement. The chairperson may limit the duration of any presentation to the time necessary to cover factual information. Repetition by the speaker shall be avoided. Whoever violates any such of these rules shall first be warned by the chairperson or county council to desist from such violation. In the event that such person does not so desist, he or she may be ordered by the chairperson to leave the hearing. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair.
Okay, with that, I will open the public hearing. As of right now, I have no one signed up in the auditorium to speak. Is there anybody who would care to participate? Seeing none, do we have anybody with their Zoom hand raised who would like to?
Mr. Vice Chair, there is no one at this time with their Zoom hand raised.
Okay. Well, then with that, I will close the public hearing and accept a motion.
Well, for discussion, I will move to approve Order 241-24.
I'll second.
Commissioner Roberts?
Oh, no, hang on.
For discussion, I will say.
Deliberation.
The Parks and Recreation Committee did discuss this, like Danny said. And each fee was discussed, and even a lot of consideration in considering cancellation fees. And I will tell you, the staff and the committee did a great job in trying to measure how they would respond to those. And I think they did a really great job. And the rates are still very competitive and fund what needs to be done and make all the great improvements that are being made. So I do think they did a good job, and I do support this.
Yeah. Can I jump in here?
Yeah, go ahead, Rick. I see that you've unmuted. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, any type of fee increases are never taken lightly, and definitely a lot of research and again, good work by the staff to identify the needs. And sometimes fiscal realities do force us to be to raise fees to ensure that we continue to offer an enjoyable, safe, clean experience for our residents and those that visit Jackson County in our parks. And I think those are the things that were weighed, and these fee increases will enable us to continue to do that.
Okay, and I just want to also add, I also believe this is a difficult needle to thread. And there's lots of things that maintenance and everything that takes place. Obviously, expenses are going up greatly, but we want to provide a good experience for people who use our parks. But at the same time, we need to make it competitive. We also need to make it fair, and I think that's what we've done here. So, There are no more deliberation or comments. We'll take a vote.
Commissioner Roberts,
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughter.
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer, do you authorize the use of your electronic signature for order number 241-24?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, we have one item for discussion and deliberation. That's order authorizing the Finance Department to make advance payments to taxing districts with $50,000 or less in value from the County General Fund, and that is order number 242-24. Staff.
Yeah, Commissioners, in this case, Oregon Revised Statute 311.392 allows for advance payments to taxing districts from the county general fund if it's more economical than to make distributions from the unsegregated tax collection account. Advance payments or buyouts are usually processed for districts with small amounts of taxes. The distribution for these amounts of the districts are sometimes less than $50 per turnover, which makes them very expensive for the county to process. District receiving an advance payment will no longer receive distributions of the current tax year from the unsegregated tax collection account for 2024-2025 tax year. There's one tax district that fund under this value. It's 701 Nye Ditch Users Improvement District, and it's in the amount of $5,374, and I do recommend your approval.
Okay.
No, I will move to approve Order 242-24.
And I'll second.
Okay, taking over.
Commissioner Roberts,
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughter.
Yes. And with that, we are adjourned. Oh, wait a minute.
That's good. I think I need to approve my electronic signature again, don't I?
I jumped through too quickly.
Commissioner Dyer, do you authorize the use of your electronic signature for order number 242-24 and the minutes that were approved today?
Didn't I?
Yes, I do.
We hope that you have enjoyed this week's Jackson County Board of Commissioners meeting. If you have any questions on any part of the show, please feel free to contact your Jackson County Commissioners or staff. You can find their contact information at jacksoncountyor.gov. To review the content of this or any other recent meeting, under the Government tab, under Recorded Meetings, click on RVTV Live Streaming.